Hey there, I'm Sophia.
And I'm Josh. Welcome to the Nightly on Hatch Plus, where every side is your good side.
Period.
How are you, Sophia?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I've had a busy couple weeks and I'm hopefully moving soon. So that's my whole brain is being taken up by apartment. But
I find that to be an extraordinarily unpleasant task every time.
of course, of course, I'm trying to keep a horrifyingly positive attitude about it. But
Sure.
sometimes I get but for the most part, whatever. It's just waiting around and then whatever. It's just, yeah, but it's okay.
Are you moving far within the city?
No, I'm just waiting to hear back about an apartment. So that I'm literally just waiting. If I move, it won't be far. It will be moving just one neighborhood over. So not far.
Oh, very nice.
It'll be interesting. I've lived in my place that I live in right now for 3.5 years. So I'm it'll be so crazy to live somewhere else.
Yeah. I've been in the place that I am now for 8, I think now. And just the idea of having to pack up the whole apartment and move it to somewhere else is no, I'll just be here for my entire life, perhaps.
Literally.
Just through inertia.
Yeah, no, it is it's just so easy here. I mean, when you find a place in New York that you like living or even don't mind living, it's yeah, we're going to be here for straight up at least 4 years because God forbid I have to put anything into a box.
Truly. I'll never use a box.
I also was damn, I used to have so many boxes that I've just given away over the years, which is totally fine. But there's just so many things where I'm ugh, I need that. But Whatever. In the end, if all goes to plan, it'll be amazing. And I'll live alone, which will be a dream come true. So fingers crossed.
Oh, that's really exciting.
Yeah, I hope that it all works out. I'm let's see.
Cool.
Yeah, I found a rent stabilized place. So I'm
Whoa.
Oh my God, I really hope that I move there.
That's huge.
Yeah, it could be awesome. All my dreams could come true.
Fingers crossed.
We'll see. How are you, Josh?
I am okay.
We're both okay.
Yeah. I'm waiting on some work stuff that has been kind of got me a little frazzled. But last weekend, I'm trying to hold on to this completely idyllic day that I had where I did a little work in the morning on Sunday. A friend who lives 2 blocks from me was oh, I just got back from vacation, got you a little present. I'm going to come drop it by. So we hung out just chatting in front of my apartment for a while. A different friend came and we had ice cream who I hadn't seen in a few weeks. And we had a nice, just ice cream catch up. A third friend who lives 1 block away from me was having a stoop sale. And so we went over to the stoop sale and my friend Ashton and I each bought a piece of art that my other friend Rose had painted. And we just had such a beautiful
That's amazing.
afternoon. And then Maris, my wife, and a few other friends and I went out that night. And unsurprisingly, too, listeners of the Nightly, we did 2.5 hours of karaoke.
Your favorite. That is literally your perfect day, huh?
It was really spectacular. I was telling a different friend, not to brag for total friends.
Whatever.
But I was telling another friend and she was that's more socializing than I can handle. And I was not me. That's an ideal day. Anytime I can be around people that are great and then that I'm happy to see and I don't have to sit around with my own thoughts. Huge for me. Yeah.
Totally. I'm trying to think if that's too much for me. I might not be able to do the dinner, but it also just is so dependent because it feels like what you explained was a very organic thing where all the little hangouts kind of bled into one another.
Yeah.
Which is a lot less energy than being and then I have to go see this person for an hour and then I have to go see that person for an hour.
Honestly, I think that's part of what made it so nice, which is that the ice cream and the karaoke were on the schedule, but they were several hours apart. And then the other stuff all just kind of plunked itself down into my day. And I was oh, I'm busier than I thought I would be. There was no pressure of oh, I've got to go here and then here and then here and then here. Yeah, it was really nice.
No, that is so nice. It is so awesome when you live near your friends too. And you're oh my God, we can just go over here and see this person or whatever.
It's really lovely. And I think that's one of the things I like about living in a city. I don't think it's New York specific, but living in a place where there's a great density of cool people is really a joy.
I know. It's so nice. It's like, oh my God, it is awesome. I was like walking to my friend's house last night and I'm like, everyone is walking here because we all live so close by. And that is a dream.
That is really a dream. Amazing.
It's so sweet.
Cool.
Oh, okay. That's literally amazing.
Thank you.
Friendship is beautiful.
Love friendship.
And it heals. Okay, well, I feel like karaoke is one of your Roman empires.
I do think about it a lot.
It's one of your favorite things in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought we could talk about some other Roman empires tonight.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if you have something random that you've been thinking about a lot recently.
Yeah. So the Red Sox and the Yankees recently played in the Major League Baseball playoffs. And so Hollywood's Ben Affleck of Cambridge, Massachusetts?
Yes.
Okay.
Cambridge, Massachusetts, Ben Affleck.
That's correct. And do you remember the film Gone Girl?
Of course. Is that what we're going to talk about?
Yeah, we're going to talk about Gone Girl.
Because that's one of my Roman empires, actually, for real.
For real? Okay, this is slightly apocryphal and like kind of a legend more than it is a real story. But on the commentary for Gone Girl, David Fincher kind of famously tells a story, and he's being a little tongue-in-cheek with it, but there's a scene in the movie where Ben Affleck is at one of the New York City airports and he's like on all the TVs because they think he has goned the girl.
Yeah.
But she goned herself. And
she's alive and she goned herself. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. But he's trying to lay low. And so he buys a hat at like a Hudson News to wear like down low over his eyes.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, you're at like LaGuardia or JFK Airport, so get a Yankees hat. And he was like, I will not. And they were like, but this is like the movie. And he's like, not going to do it even in a movie. And
that's so funny.
Yeah. And so the apocryphal version of it is that this was a fight that like cost like 3 days of filming because they were at an impasse and neither one of them would cave. And then they ended up with the compromise of him wearing like an FDNY hat.
Okay.
In the movie as his like disguise. Because you know how you can get hats like celebrating the fire department and the police at the airport.
Thank God, yes.
And I just think about that so often because that feels to me a little overblown. Like, I don't think they probably stopped filming for 3 days over this, but I do wonder like what the kernel of that story is. Like,
totally.
Was it like David Fincher was like, oh, just give me Yankees hat. And Ben was like, I don't want to do that. Can we do the FDNY hat instead? And he was like, yeah, no, of course. Who cares? Or was there a fight that just was resolved quickly? Like, I don't know, but I wonder. God, I want the behind the scenes of that so badly.
I don't know, because it kind of seems like you would be like, okay, then like, let's just do a hat.
I need to correct the record because I'm hearing from our producer that it was a Mets hat was the compromise.
That's a funny compromise also. But I guess it's just because of the Mets have less of a rivalry with the Sox than the Yankees do, I suppose.
Yeah,
but
I think that's it.
It's funny that it was still a New York team hat. And they were like,
right, because they could have just gone FDNY. They sell those hats at the airport.
They could have gone with anything. But also like actors and directors and people are crazy. So who knows?
This didn't come from nowhere. You know what I mean? So it's like how much of this is real and how much of it is legend? Because it is like they're both very professional. You know what I mean? Like this wasn't like a kid hired for his first acting job and he doesn't know how to act on set. And David Fincher isn't like some director who has anything to prove by the time he's making Gone Girl. So it's not like he has to like win this fight to prove that he has control over the set.
I know. It's really interesting. And I do wonder. Because, I'm like, has Ben Affleck ever been reported to be like difficult to work with?
I don't know. I mean, like, I know that he had some chaos years, but I don't know if that extended to on the set.
That was mostly just the back tattoo.
Right. The Phoenix, famously.
That was private. That was all private. That's so funny. Sorry.
No, it's so funny.
He did that, and then he was like, I don't have a back tattoo. And then everyone was like, but there's all these photos of you with a giant dragon on your back.
We've seen pictures of and then didn't you try to say like it was for a role? And then
yeah, he did.
What role?
He did. I think he might have eventually admitted it.
Yeah, I think he did.
Wow, that is so crazy. To like really go through a hard time and get a massive color back tattoo takes up all of the real estate on your back.
And then to be like, nah.
No, literally. It's like, stand on that.
Oh, you mean my birthmark? Like, no, Ben, the giant tattoo.
And also someone who like doesn't really have tattoos.
Right.
It's really crazy. And like
Yeah.
must have taken a long time.
A long time.
It also is like that. It's not like you get drunk and like go out one night and you're like going through a divorce and then you end up with a tattoo. It's like that was like days and days of getting a tattoo.
Yeah, right. He probably had to go more than one session.
No, like literally 100%. Like a handful of times he had to go. It's so big. It's like huge.
It's really big and really detailed. Like it's not like a line art. It's like really filled in.
It's fully colored in.
It's so funny. That tattoo is like another
so
Roman Empire. I have like a great tenderness for Ben Affleck in my heart.
I know. Well, his life.
Did you see he and J-Lo again?
Wait, are they back together again?
No. Not together, I don't think, but they were together as in the same place and being like friendly and affectionate at the premiere of Kiss of a Spider Woman. And everyone's like, here we go again.
Well, they have literally like a soul tie to one another, clearly.
I know.
That is so funny.
It's really good.
I know them. I'm like, what is going on there? I never like watched any of the like documentary stuff that she did, but people were saying that the relationship was seeming like really interesting.
Yeah. I watched a little of the one that was like music videos.
Yeah.
And that was pretty wild. My wife watched it and was like, you got to see some of this. It's tremendous.
I know. That is so like something I need to watch.
I bet with a little distance, it's even more delightful. There's like a song, like a full music video, and then like hard cut to she's talking to her therapist, who is Fat Joe, the rapper.
Right. And that is her therapist in real life.
Yeah. He's licensed. They call him Empathetic Joe now.
Yeah. Wait, can I say a couple things about Gone Girl?
Of course.
Okay. So I just have a couple things to say about Gone Girl. Because I love that movie.
Yeah, it's really good.
I actually recently read the book as well. I read a bunch of Gillian Flynn novels, all of them, even though I'd already seen basically all of the film adaptations of them. Gone Girl as a movie is so interesting to me because, first of all, it is literally 3 hours long.
It's so long.
It's so long. And then, like, the thing that I really am, like, fixated on in that movie is the stunt casting.
Oh, yeah. Tyler Perry,
Emily Ratajkowski,
Neil Patrick Harris.
And I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
People who are in, like, probably on screen for, like, 5 to 8 minutes
literally
each, and it's, like, big name people.
Yes. Tyler Perry is so crazy being in that movie. It's all insane. And yet the movie's good is what's so crazy.
It is good. You watch Tyler Perry in that and you go, oh, he's just like good at acting.
Yeah, he is. He just does something completely different.
Right. Like his career is like auteur who makes like his own genre, essentially, of film. And then it's just fascinating to see him in someone else's project.
Yes. Putting him in a different context is crazy.
Yeah.
I think what is so impressive to me about that movie is how much it seems like it should be like really bad.
Yeah.
But it's actually like completely good. But I mean, it's like soapy. It's not like a joke, which is kind of what it almost seems like it would be because of like all the random people who are in it.
Yeah. I think it really holds together. Like a few years ago, my wife, who is a book critic and an author, wrote about how like Gone Girl, the book, is the thing that all these other books have been chasing since then. Oh, there are so many worse versions of this that came in the wake of like a soapy story, intense, dark, with like a huge twist baked into it that kind of sells the whole thing. But it's also like well written and propulsive around that. Like it's not just like, oh, a twist. That's why we watch it.
No, it's
like
really good.
Good through and through. Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I read all of her books. I read Gone Girl, Sharp Objects.
Yeah.
Which is so hard to not say Sharper Image, of course. They're really good, though, because I basically fell into this thing like last year where I was reading a bunch of thrillers. And it really is, there is a huge chasm between like the good and bad ones. Like there's some really good ones and some really bad ones. And hers are really good. Like hers are super compelling.
She's good. Yeah, it's really fascinating to see someone do something at that level. And then the imitations give the original thing, like they kind of take away the shine of it because everyone goes like, oh, it's this genre.
Yeah, but like, no, she invented that.
Yeah, exactly.
And also like, it was so like female hero villain thing, which is like so obviously like in vogue, or maybe even like was really in vogue and now is kind of less so, but that like archetype.
But that cool girl monologue too of like how...
Yeah, I mean, that is like
Yeah, it's
iconic.
like legendary. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like Tumblr bait.
No doubt. That's exactly what it is.
Like, yeah, people love that.
What have you been thinking about lately? Like, what's been on your mind other than also Gone Girl?
Okay, well, mine is kind of related in that it's also a book, or books. Mm-hmm. It's a universe, which is that basically something I think about a lot is, do you know Emily Henry?
Yes. A romance writer?
Yeah. I think about her a lot. So actually, like, similar to the thrillers, I went through a breakup, like, actually almost exactly a year ago. Mm-hmm. And I started reading, like, really weird books, like, that I wouldn't normally read.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
They were thrillers. Mm-hmm. And then I also started reading these, like, rom-com books, which is, like, really funny because it's, like, you'd think that that isn't soothing, but it actually was incredibly soothing. And she has all these books. She has, like, Beach Read, People We Meet on Vacation. I can, like, literally list them. Let's see. Happy Place, Book Lovers, Funny Stories. She just came out with one that was called Great Big Beautiful Life. And I haven't read every single book of hers because I think at some point they like popped off mm-hmm. and they're like very, very formulaic, like really, really formulaic.
Oh, interesting.
And she's like, has like a like kind of like poppy mm-hmm. way of writing. It's literally is like if Taylor Swift wrote books, like that is like the most apt comparison I can find, in that it's like...
That's very funny.
She's talented, but she's also doing a very specific thing.
Right. Not every artwork is about like stretching and innovating.
No. But I'm like, you're doing this similar to... I would not say it's like as good as Gillian Flynn in terms of like actual writing, but like she's doing this thing like well, like because there are also like horrible romance books, obviously, and I'm like these are like compelling and engaging and like even they're funny. They're all like two people who like for some reason can't be together,
of course,
and then they have like really big they're like feelings for each other, and then like in the end, of course, they end up together. The men in particular are always the same, which is like kind of like brunette men who are like kind of, they seem brooding, but they're actually like quite nice, of course.
Yep, of course. You know, this is a thing that I think about all the time, is how when someone is like a little gruff, but like secretly nice, people love that. People go wild for that.
People go like, wild for it, of course.
God, they're secretly nice. And then when someone is like almost always nice and then sometimes a little mean, they're like, oh, secretly you're a bad person. It's totally. Like, no, it's what it is most of the time.
Yes, of course.
Anyway, but I think about that a lot.
No, for sure. And it's like, I don't find the relationships to be modeling kind of really like problematic behavior. It's just like really romantic. And then something that I actually found out in the Pillow Fort from one of our amazing teammates is that within the universe, she has little, and this is also Swiftian, she has little Easter eggs. And so like the books will be connected where it's like in one book, the protagonist is a famous author. And then in another book, the protagonist is a famous literary agent. And she goes to a reading.
That's fun.
Of the author, stuff like that.
I think that's fun.
It is cute. It's really cute. And a bunch of them have been like bought and are now like being turned into movies, which I am of course excited to see. I don't know how good they'll be.
It's so interesting that there's so many big romance authors that are like doing not only good work, but prolific work, both, right? Like some people are more prolific, some people are more good, but there's so much. And it feels like we could be in a real era of like classic rom-coms adapted from those.
No, that's so true.
But like they haven't all made it to the screen yet. And the one of the like kind of romance book to screen recently that is most famous was the one that became like such a flashpoint of all this weird gross stuff, was the Colleen Hoover one with Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni.
Oh yeah, totally.
I'm really fascinated. I was thinking about romance, which is not a genre I read really, the other day, because I was like, it feels like so much art is in such a difficult place, right? Like just, you know, there aren't that many big studio comedies coming to theaters for film, and like it feels like pop music is kind of in one big specific lane.
Yeah.
And then there's the big other country lane for what's popular. And I was like asking friends, like, what do you think is big? And that is like, we're in a real boom time for what kind of art. And someone was like, oh, like romance with all kinds of different points of view, like queer romance and like fun romance. And we're just like in this golden age of romance novels, which is so interesting.
And people love the like romantic-y ones too, which I haven't read, but like those are huge. I know it is interesting. Like, I hope the movies are good because to me, the most iconic romance adaptation in the past whatever amount of years has been Normal People.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Good.
Totally.
And then they did like her other book. They did Conversations with Friends, which wasn't as good, but I still enjoyed. But I love Sally Rooney. I don't know if people even put her under the romance category, but it's certainly not a rom-com either way. Like, it's not funny at all, really.
There's a heaviness to it.
Yeah. I feel like the books can be funnier than the adaptations, actually. But
oh, interesting.
But it'd be so fun if they did adapt, like, the rom-coms into, like, good rom-coms.
Yeah.
I feel like we have a major lack of, like, good rom-coms for a while.
Yeah. And we got like a little flurry of them on Netflix and stuff a little while ago.
Yeah.
And then even that quieted down. And now it's like, you know, The Summer I Turned Pretty, but that's a series. It's like, give me 95 minutes of like a fun journey.
Yeah. Oh my God, I know. I just want to see two people who have really good chemistry on screen together.
I know.
It's so fun. And it's like, they kind of forget about that. But
right.
I did, of course, watch all of The Summer I Turned Pretty. So, and I actually read those books as well.
Shout out to Jenny Han, who's great.
Shout out to Jenny Han.
I love Jenny Han.
That was awesome.
Oh, this was such a delightful conversation, and just thinking all these happy thoughts about romance and Ben Affleck, it's got me feeling really sleepy. So I think I'm gonna turn in.
I'm pretty sleepy too. This has really put me out. So I'll talk to you next time. Good night, Josh.
Good night, Sophia.